Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Finesse in the flesh, and you're now tuned into another episode of the Not for Concentrate podcast. And as you see a familiar face on the potty. If you've been with me since 2018, then you know this woman is no stranger to the podcast. Used to be on the podcast all the time. I started from the bottom this week here, and y'all give a hearty introduction to Sashalee.
Hey guys, no, you better drop a better bomb. You better drop another one.
Another one?
I want another one. There we go. Oh, feel like flex. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so happy to be back on an episode of Not From Concentrate. Like you mentioned, we started this in 2018 and you continue because you are the realest of them all. So thank you for having me today.
I'm excited.
So am I. It's been a long time. I feel like, don't cry. Don't cry.
Doug's out here. We ain't gonna do that. No. But yes. Oh, Sashalee, how has your week been going?
You know, my week has been very productive and also very chilled. So it's like I'm balancing out being productive and also making time for myself. So my week has been super chill, especially because the weather's lit.
It was lit today. Let me talk to you blacks. I love y'all. Dear to my heart.
To you,
yes, the blacks. It's 74.
How we start this show like this?
It will be 67 tomorrow. It'll be in the 50s and 40s next week. Y'all gotta chill. The outfit that I saw today,
it's crazy.
Today and tomorrow.
Really? I mean, it was really nice today.
It truly was. But I expect this from the people from the Caucasoid Mountains, not from y'all.
First of all, why don't you expect it from us? We love some sun.
We do love sun. However, we also know that it's still March.
I know,
and that
which is
one little warm day.
But it was not a warm day. It was a warm week. Like it has been warm. It has been warm for the past couple days.
Last Sunday.
Yeah, see, you don't get it. It's been warm for the past couple days. So if these people want to wear shorts, hey, do you?
I mean, maybe a little light jacket. Like going from summer to fall apparel, a light jacket. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some, just leggings, and you don't have to wear Uggs. You can wear slides with some socks. I get all that. I saw shorts.
That's crazy.
Tank tops. I saw people balling in a mask, no shirt. Like,
oh, for real? Yeah. What can you do?
I'm just like,
well, here in New York for the past couple of months, it was snowing like crazy, like back to back in Jersey too, snowing like crazy. So a little sun, we'll take that. We'll worry about COVID later.
It wasn't even the COVID. It's just like, because next week is literally going to be back to being cold.
I know.
It won't probably be like consistently warm until they said like maybe second week April or something. So I'm just like, live it up.
We still have a couple weeks.
Yeah. But yes, I'm glad to hear that about your week. My week
What about your week?
It was cool. Like I said, I have off today. I'm recording this on Thursday. We're recording on Thursday. So my week was short. I had like a meeting on Monday, longer meeting on Tuesday, work Wednesday. Okay. Get paid tomorrow. So
okay.
Hallelujah.
We going. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
Yo, you are so crazy. I'm like, do you have them like just set up? Like you just be quick with it. I don't understand how this
Hold
works.
on, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
I have, and this isn't sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, I'll be more than happy because as you can see, I use your products.
Okay.
I have a Rode Podcaster Pro for anybody who is serious about podcasting. Definitely get you one of these or something like it. But my week has been going excellent. I actually came across some YouTube videos that I didn't know that I needed, but now like I'm obsessed. And they're like scammer videos, but it's people who call and like scammers. Like they'll call people like scammers who like you'll get those calls. You have an overdue balance.
Right. Oh, so they call them back.
Oh, and they're like computer geniuses where they like they delete all their files, they lock their computers, they like it's just a lot, but I think it's hilarious because it's like they really prey on older people.
Oh, so they mess with. I get it. That's
So the
crazy.
scam baiters, that's what it's called, scam baiting. I was like, they're
Oh,
scamming
that's
people.
probably so funny. Oh my
Hilarious.
god.
There's one guy, he like there's three people that I mainly watch. There's a guy called Jim Browning where he literally like will call people, like he'll link onto a scammer's computer and try to call people as they're scamming people, like get off the phone, leave it be. So he does that. There's another guy called
That's
Scam
so dope.
Revolts where he'll lock people's computers, delete their files,
The
curse them
scammers.
out. Yeah. He'll call scammers.
I know.
These are the funniest because he will
right.
they'll be cursing him out and he's like, you're cursing me out, but you have nothing. I just deleted everything. And what you gonna do about it? His be the funniest. And then there's a guy called KGdaOG. He's I guess I think he's like Italian or something. He just runs up the clock. Like he'll just be like, so what do you want me to do? He pretends he's old people and just 4 or 5 hours of just running up the clock.
Stop it.
So it's like, and I'm like, you know what? Not every hero wears a cape.
You know what? That's a fact. You always put me onto the good videos, so I definitely trust you.
No, I'll send you a few good ones because it's just like really like y'all are really like scumbag because they call it their job, and it's funny how the script never changes. Like to all these people,
the scammers script, right? They always change. Like, oh, something. They need your social. They need you to verify who you are. Like, hey, or bro,
bank account,
you called me. Why don't you verify?
Like the scam that everybody is using nowadays, the new one, is they'll say they're like tech support. They'll say, oh, you'll do a refund because we forgot to give you the refund, and they'll give you too much money. So now they make it look like and your bank account they gave you too much, where they just do like something on the screen real quick. So now you're giving the money back that they never gave you. So that's the scam.
Oh yeah, that's definitely getting the older people.
And I'm just like, how?
Yeah, that's messed up.
Trash. But y'all getting y'all just due.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely send me some of that. I would love to see
I'm excited. Yeah. Sashalee, oh my gosh. Okay.
You just stick your tongue out.
So as y'all know, we do have a docket. Piece, and we do have a planting the seed moment. So if you did not know, me and Sashalee, we are a part of the best, baddest, most illustrious sorority known to men, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
And one of our past presidents, Soror Marcia L. Fudge, just became the secretary for the Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. So give it up for Soror Fudge, Madam President Fudge.
Okay, that is like big things. I'm super excited and proud of her for all that she's doing. Yes, and I also wanted to continue.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say somebody else, so continue.
Oh no, and also I think before her was like Ben Carson, so it's only going on. Yeah.
I'd be like, who? Oh gosh.
About him, it's really crazy because I went to the National African American Museum like maybe 4 years ago, something like that, and he's really like a great neurosurgeon. Like he was in the museum. He's really a smart, brilliant man.
He is.
But his legend has been tainted because why would you take over HUD when you have no knowledge?
No experience.
You work on brains. That's what you do. You don't do HUD. So you're making policies and you grow up affluent. You didn't grow up like in the slum. So it's like,
well, who appointed him?
Who do you think?
Okay, exactly.
Oh yeah.
I also can I shout somebody else out too?
Shout them out.
So she is not a soror. However, she is my former principal from high school. So she was my principal. I transferred to the school, Bronx School for Law, Government, Justice, in 2009. 2000? No, I'm a whole liar. 2000 because I was at Del State 2009. So you know you get old.
And I'm agreeing with you. Like I wasn't there as well.
In 2005. Yes, and she was my high school principal, and as of recent, she was the superintendent of schools in the Bronx. And now she's the new chancellor of all the of New York City schools. Yes.
Hey,
So
let's
shout out to Miss
go.
Misha Porter Ross. That's my baby girl.
Shout out to you. So wait,
Yes.
in New York, y'all have like, how does that? I thought superintendent was the news, but then
Well,
you said,
when she was superintendent, she was just over the Bronx schools.
mm-hmm.
So now she's over all of New York City schools, public schools, right?
And the
Black
state.
woman. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And she's from New York. She's from Queens, but worked all her life basically in the Bronx. So shout out to her.
Hey,
So Black women doing big things.
shout out to
You
women's
gotta throw that X up.
Yes, hold on, wait, I gotta get a
You
bigger
about to
one.
throw a bomb.
Shout out to the Bronx. BS, what's up?
Yes, I so missed your stuff. You be on it.
Yes, but shout out to these Black women out here doing the thug thizzle. This woman,
Okay.
so y'all better respect the crown, okay? Hey, I'm so excited. That made me, because I thought you were saying that the superintendent was the news, but you said she was superintendent and now. I was like,
yeah. Okay.
Yes, okay. Excelente. But
Yes.
moving on down the line, since
on
we have all this Black girl magic, we can stay
Black
there
girl
forever.
magic. Mm-hmm.
We are now getting into the topics of this week. Now, as y'all know, I always write down topics that I let my guests pick. You have the more serious topics, and then you have the ish and giggles shits and giggles topic. So, Sashalee, how do you want to start us off this week?
This week, I would love to talk about this $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. Okay, we about to get the money.
1,400. We had to. I really think this government just really be playing with us. 14.
What happened?
Out of all the time it took, and they had to actually shrink the requirements for this to just get. I mean, I ain't complaining, but it's just like 1,400 for some people.
You wanted. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just feel like it took forever to get this because
it did.
When was the last time we got a COVID? We three. COVID has been over a year now, right? It's March.
Yes. Well, compared to the first, okay, so from the first to the second, when you compare the time frames, that took a long time. Cool. But from the second to this one, it's not that bad. So we got the second stimulus check in January, like the first week of January, and now this one just got passed. It's March, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna start sending those out. So it's not that bad because the first one we got was back in like April.
Yeah.
It was a minute ago.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but the first one was 1,200 though. Right?
It was.
Yeah.
And
so
Biden said he's gonna promise us 2,000. So
I mean, they gave us 6 plus the 14. So he's like, listen, pero mommy, I gave you 2,000. Okay. But we thought we was gonna get another 2. We thought we were gonna get 2,000. Plus the 600 that we got. No. But that's fine.
Audition. You have to do audition. Audition. My friend. Audition. But it's cool. And I'm glad you're getting something. But it's like a lot of people have gone, like I hear stories all the time about people who lost their job. And I'm glad that with the vaccine and all this stuff, a lot of things are opening up more. But people still are down bad. And I just think that
absolutely.
I think no less than maybe 5,000 to at least get somebody like a nice cushion. Because 1,400 really, what is that? But I think people who have kids are gonna get like 300, I think, every month additional, or is it 300?
So I was looking at it for like a little bit, and I think so 1,400 goes to people that qualify. So you basically have to make less than 75,000. So if you make more than that,
if you make more than 80, you don't get anything. Because remember, they used to say if it was 80, it goes down like a percentage, but they had to shrink it to like if you make more than 80,000,
you get nothing. Right, and then if you're a couple,
80,000 a year. You're making what? That's like almost 30,000 or $30 an hour, something like that. So I understand it, but still.
I understand it, but no, I feel like everybody should have got something. Okay,
you're right.
And then because if you're married, it's either like 150 thousand or 160. One of them.
Yeah, no, it's 150 because 75 and 75, and if you make over 180 and 816. If you make over 160, you're done for.
Can't get
But they did give
anything.
a lot more money to small businesses, which I love because a lot of businesses were going out. They gave a lot more money towards paycheck stability. So there are you actually like I guess skimmed over the actual bill. That's one thing this last president done did. I don't just oh bill cool. No, I have to get in the nitty gritty and see what the heck's going on up in this piece. So I just feel like a lot of things could have been done better, but I'm glad what's getting done is getting done. Because I saw a meme that said we're supposed to be getting this refund. We're college
not a refund check.
No, like college kids supposed to be getting refunds. Stimmys, and taxes all supposed to hit at once. They said, "Baby, ain't gonna be a crab leg in the ocean left." I was
that is hilarious, and I believe it because you know how the people them stay.
And he brought the skyrocket. Let me get some Hennessy stop.
How you be like Hennessy? That's so old school. They're drinking. What are they drinking?
Casamigos.
Casamigos. That's what the people is drinking. Girl.
Also,
it's actually really good. But...
It is. I haven't had it.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm trying to get some tomorrow.
Okay.
Magic. I'm trying to get into wine. I'm trying to become
the wine, the brand Black Girl Magic.
A ciliary.
Girl, I don't know.
Somebody who like wine, like
shit. I cannot.
I love it.
It's okay. How you be like? You could Google it. The computer is right there. Don't hurt yourself. If you want to get wine, don't. I can't. If you're talking about wine, I can't. Not like shout out my sister. She's making her own wine. Yes. My little sister Chanel. Her wine brand is called Ashley Chateau. And there is no release date as of yet, but she is bottling. She is stocking up her inventory as we speak. So when that's ready, I'll definitely let you know. So you could do your thing. What is it?
Sommelier. I was close. So I want to become like a faux sommelier. But yes, from the McBride sisters, you have Black Girl Magic.
Right.
Chateau. What was it? You
Ashley Chateau.
Ashley Chateau.
Okay.
Ashley Chateau. You heard.
So don't spend all your stimmy on wine.
Oh, I'm still any stimmy on wine. Okay. I'm getting my car fixed. I'm getting a Telfar bag, and then the rest will go towards DoorDash.
Okay, you didn't get your bag yet?
No,
I'm trying to get that bag.
Every time I want it,
don't get the big one. The big one is like so obnoxious. Unless it is.
Because I'll be like, I don't need this. Then I'll back out, and then I'll want it again. Then I'll back out, and then I'll want it again.
The little one is ridiculously small. That's like if you're just trying to be cute, because you could probably fit lip gloss and your cell phone in it.
The $200 one is that small?
The small one, the little one is small, son. It's really tiny.
$200 for something that
tiny? It's really small, like this. The medium is a good size, and the large is just like obnoxious. It's like
okay, so I'll look at the medium, but no. So I'm really gonna just get my car fixed. I had to get the lights done. I got to get something else fixed. And then save the rest.
And then just save the rest. I don't even really have any plans for mine as of yet. I'll probably just save it. Maybe invest some of it or whatever the case is. But there's a bunch of stuff like you said with the tax bill. What is it? The COVID relief. There's so many things, COVID relief. Yeah, fun. Yeah. There's so many layers in it, so we're not gonna go through all of them. But we just highlighted a few. Also, the unemployment. Like if you're collecting unemployment, they are gonna continue the extra $300. I think up until like September 6th. So that's really good. That's on top of the your normal unemployment that you're getting. Then that is amazing. What else? A lot of people
that joint spiked last year.
What the unemployment, right? Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I was listening to NPR today, and they said this day last year is when they were having some basketball game, and they had to evacuate the game because they found out one of the players had COVID.
Was it All-Star in Atlanta?
No.
Okay, so you said you don't know what basketball game it was?
No, I don't know what basketball game it was.
Oh, Sam. Well,
but it was like last year. Today, March 11th.
Yeah, I think I got sent home March 6th
from work.
So March 16th would mark a year. Well, we're permanently home now, but March 16th would mark a year since I've been in the office.
Working from home.
Child, that's something else.
That's crazy.
All right. So what else do you want to touch on since we still up in the red?
Still up in the red.
Or do you want to go to one? Like I said, it's up to you.
Since we were talking about COVID, I think we should just, talk about the vaccine for a little.
Lord have mercy. You want to get it? You getting it? Or have you got it?
I got it already.
Really?
Yes.
Like both of them? Wow.
It's like, nah, just kidding.
I was going to be like, oh, wow.
It's like, nah, just kidding.
Like, first off, I'm like, are you sick? Because you're too young to get in that. You're not old enough to, like, they're not getting us yet.
Girl, yes, they are. I mean, they're like, depending on, like,
that's
people are getting it. Because I know a lot of people who have it.
That's what that's going to be my next question. Like, are you sick?
No. It depends on, because I know I have a few friends that have it, that got the vaccine already, and they're like my age group. But no, just to clarify, I did not get the vaccine, and
okay.
Are we telling the people if we're gonna get it or not?
Hey, I don't plan on getting it. No time.
Oh yeah, I don't plan on getting it either. But shout out to all the people who are getting the vaccine right now and are contributing to the
science.
Contributing.
Like my mother has it, my cousin has it, but he has like a chronic lung issues. A lot of my mom's side of the family, older people have it. They're trying to get my grandma to get it. So I get that. But for me to be like, there's not enough research, I think, for like infertility. Like there's not enough information that I'm
data out there.
And so it's not like I think, like the conspiracy theorists, like I don't think like that. It's just like there hasn't been enough research for long term. Like older people getting it, 60, 70, you're
but no. Because like, I mean, I'm not gonna really say too much. No, that's so scary. 70, because think about it, like usually it takes like 10 years.
But the science has evolved since then. Like a lot of the medicines, if you look, and that's why I had to do the research. A lot of the medicines we've taken haven't been developed over years. Like the last flu shot they got.
Well, I don't get that.
I don't get a flu. I've never gotten a flu shot, but I never got the flu either. But you know what I will say? This whole past year, I think I've gotten the sniffles maybe once. I was like, who'd have thunk if people just wash hands and contain their germs and that's what and get sick? Who'd have thought? Because I couldn't think of I actually got like cold sinus. Like when I came back from Jamaica last year, which was beginning of 2020 in January.
Oh wow!
I came back and I had like a chronic cough for like 2 weeks. Then it went away, but that's the only thing I had. So then this whole COVID thing broke out. Got sent home. I got tested. I didn't have COVID, but I had antibodies for it. I was like,
wow.
So that made me think that when I had that cough,
that you had COVID in January,
but I didn't know.
What? Right. That makes sense though.
I was like, oh snap. But yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Because I mean, a lot of people had COVID without even knowing. Because like you said, the little sniffle, like you think that, I feel a little sick, but it's not that deep. A lot of people had COVID.
It's a 98% recovery rate. So some people just treated it like a cold. Some people, unfortunately, like some people were asymptomatic. Like I know people who had you would have never known. That's why they're like, just because you feel fine, that means nothing.
Right.
Because they got the test, they was like, I got COVID. Like, what the heck?
Right. Like I'm fine. That's crazy.
For anybody because I've been seeing a lot more people on my timeline and stuff posting they got it. People of our age group, older age group.
I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure when kids, because I'm pretty sure all kids are going back to school come this fall.
Yes, because in the COVID relief fund, what they put $130 billion into reopening K through 12 schools. That
cha-ching, so they got to be back in school by a certain date.
Yeah,
I was gonna be like, for a kid to come back, you gotta get the vaccine. Or
I really hope not. Even though I already know how they play with the school system because they go hard and they you're forced to be vaccinated before you like come to school. Period. like, but pre-COVID, like you have to have certain shots before you
for the
even come to
measles,
school.
hepatitis,
So I'm pretty sure they're going to somehow finagle their way and make that mandatory as well.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to finagle. I think they're going to say for you to come back.
But I mean, not yet though, because they're still. You think so?
They're getting money to do this.
I'm scared because that means if the kids have to get it, that means they're gonna want faculty, staff, teachers. They're gonna try to make it mandatory.
They literally have a budget for all these people to get vaccinated and stuff.
Yeah,
but a lot of people want to. That's why I'm like,
yeah.
I don't say anything against people who want to get it.
Absolutely, if that's what your choice, do what you have to do. I have a friend who got vaccinated today, and he had to get sent home from work because he was dizzy. He works in the hospital, and he was dizzy, and he felt like he was going to pass out, and they sent him home. I'm like,
my mother
you want to
got it, and she said her arm was like sore. But like after that, she really hasn't had it. She's gotten both shots, so she hasn't had any symptoms after.
Right.
And I do, and it's actually, I feel a lot more comfortable that a lot of Black medical professionals have gone over with the Black community, all the symptoms, everything that's going into it. You can see research, like you can go online and see what they put in it with the, what they put in it and all that stuff. But me, I'm not one to get sick, really. I really am not. I never even got a flu shot. I never got the flu because I take my vitamins. I eat healthy. I mean, I exercise as much, but I'm getting into it. So I don't live like
good, by the way. Period. So do you plan? I'm sorry. You was like, you eat healthy, you take your vitamins, you don't get sick.
I don't go out gallivanting like often and stuff. So I live a pretty much healthier-ish lifestyle. So I feel like I know that may not make me susceptible or not, not susceptible to it. But like I said, with a 98% recovery rate, I'm on the younger side. I take vitamins and stuff. I feel, decent enough. Now, the thing is, when I want to go travel, that's where I'm like,
I know they might have the little travel COVID card. If they have the travel COVID card, I'm gonna be like, what should I get, the Johnson & Johnson or should I get the because I'm out. Okay. If they make it mandatory to have the COVID vaccine to travel, I probably would get it. I'm not even gonna hold you
because I don't do that stuff. I'm too much of a square. I'll be too nervous.
Yeah, I would definitely
it would stop me, and then I'd go to like jail. And one thing I do know, I may not know about COVID, but I do know that jail is no place for KG.
What? You can't handle jail? Come on, girl.
Hell no.
Like,
I'm an OG on the street. I ain't no OG in bars.
You'll be fine.
Girl.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, so what jail time have you done?
I'd be like, don't tell. Say no.
My point. Talking about I'll be fine. Sis, when you go,
be fine.
When you go, I'll go.
No, I'm not about that life. Okay, so if it's like years from now, do you think you'll get the COVID vaccine? Maybe like 5-10 years from now, when it's like, oh, it's so normal, everybody gets it, blah blah blah. Do you think you'll get it?
Unless it's preventing me from doing something I want to do, no. Because I don't even get flu shots.
Right.
And because you know what, medicine is expensive, and for you to be all willy-nilly just, come get a free flu shot, I never trusted that. Even Advil costs, and that's for headache.
But the COVID vaccine is free.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have insurance though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm about to say they billing somebody. Okay. Because I know even to get a test, you have to use your insurance or whatever the case is. Okay, cool.
But yeah, so if y'all God bless. Amen.
Amen. Get that shot.
Oh,
so
no.
I mean, we're just gonna stay because I think this is all important. Mm-hmm. Texas. How do you feel about Texas opening up after they literally just went through a disaster? Like Texas was falling apart like 2 weeks ago, and then they opened up 3 days later.
That's probably why they had to open up.
Because they're falling apart?
People needed to work. People need to make money. Like there's somebody who got like a $17,000 bill, like electricity.
Right, but they wiped off all the bills for everybody for that.
There wouldn't have been a. Let me explain to you how that bill would have never been paid.
I know, $17,000. What?
For something that did not work.
Mm-mm.
Girl,
that was crazy. So you basically agree with them opening up?
I know that Texas is going to do what Texas is going to do. They are the state. They're like the, you can't tell us what to do state. That's the whole, they tote guns. They're outlaws. So Texas never really shut down for real, because
That's true.
even last year in the thick of it, like, well, really, it was like March when it really hit. April, but then like by May it was nice weather, so people were outside doing things and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like they never really had like a New York or New Jersey type shutdown.
Like shut down.
So people there have not been wearing masks. Some establishments make it, they try to enforce it.
Right.
A lot of establishments don't. And there's people that I know who live in Texas, like, I don't care what Texas says. I'm still going where I want to go on my mask. But inside like restaurants and stuff, I don't understand that logic. I really don't. Maybe in a store, but I have to take this mask off to eat. I have to take this mask off to drink. So why am I wearing one in the restaurant? Like that's one of the places I don't see the purpose of a mask. Because you're going to. I just went out to Texas Roadhouse with my friends the other day. We had like, it was spaced out. It was like 1 or 2 families in the nook where there could have been 6 families. There was like 3 of us, so it was spaced out and stuff. But all of us had our masks off because we were all eating and drinking.
You guys were socially distanced.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand it either, because I don't understand what was the whole. I mean, I guess because it was just so new and they didn't really know how it was transmitted and all this stuff. When they like shut down the restaurants.
Then it was like by air. I mean, then it was by water droplets. Then it was by air. I'm like, just say you
they just don't know.
Say you don't know.
Just say you don't know. Right, because I didn't understand the outside dining either. Like they shut down the inside dining and just did outside. But it's like, we're outside, but like people are dead close to each other. Like they're in close proximity. Wait, say that word?
Proximity.
I'd be like, edit that and fix that. So I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, is it because we're outside, there's no germ? Like I just didn't understand it at all. And it's so bad because it gets cold out here. So I'm talking about, it's October and people are outside dining on the corner of the block, because New York, we don't have space for it. So we like people at the corner of the block, there's a taxi and you eating and you're right next to somebody. It was just a mess.
That's hilarious. Or like a lot of people, they said they shut down indoor dining, so businesses and invest all this money for outdoor dining, and then you shut down outdoor dining. And businesses are like, whoa, no,
so,
wait,
right.
what?
So for that, you could have just kept indoor dining and just did the 25% capacity, or whatever the case is. But Texas was already, like you said, it was already open, so they were already at like 75% capacity.
Yeah,
so it was like, a little 25% more. We all in here.
Just now,
it didn't really make a difference.
If a building or like a say if like Walmart says you got to wear a mask, it's their private owned company, you got to. But going in any public place, you don't have to, like the mall or anything like that. So I'm like, they're gonna do what they want to do.
They're gonna do what they want.
And a lot of people there, like I said, they're all with it. They're not like, some people aren't. They wear the mask, but the people who are, they're like, we're no longer face slaves.
Come on, you sounding like them Karens. That's what they be saying. Not a face slave. I've never heard that. Face
Girl,
slave.
Oh my god,
that's
slave
crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't.
You have to wear it all the time, even in your house.
Oh my god. Yeah, I hate when I see people in the car wearing the mask. I'm like, just take it off. If you by yourself, just take it off. Saying a prayer for them, right? It's so annoying. But it's just like, this is the world we live in. Then
you have countries like Australia who they're operating at full capacity. Like when you come into Australia, you quarantine for like 7 days and then you're free to go.
Oh, 7 days? That's not too bad.
Yeah, no, like they're not wearing masks or anything. They have a COVID rate of like maybe once a month now.
Like one what? Person?
One.
Seriously? So what are they doing differently?
They all listened. Their government took control, said, sit down, shut up, we'll pay for you. Or like, was it Scotland or Poland?
Americans, the reason why our numbers were so high, it's really sad, but our numbers were so high and all that stuff is because Americans don't listen. We
Or we're
literally
so
are
independent.
Yeah, we're so rebellious.
But that's America for you. Why? That's how America came to be. Being rebellious as America itself. Because all these other like China, Japan, all these places, they're all like one culture essentially. So they don't mind doing it because they all operate under the same thinking. Whereas us, me and my neighbor, we could probably be two different views. We just happen to live next to each other.
That's true.
You have people, I want to wear a mask. No, wear a mask. And then that's why, because we would never do that, because we have statehoods where the government say wear a mask, but New Jersey could be like, oh, you just have to wear a mask on the sidewalk.
Right.
Then you drive to Delaware, sidewalk in the house. Then you drive to Maryland, sidewalk house. Oh,
I know it's so confusing. If it was just like one band, one sound, it would have been so much easier.
But then people are like, well, that's the government. I don't want the government to interfere. And so then you just go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. And this is where we are. How long do you think the mask mandate and all this stuff, like for other places that still have it, do you think it's gonna go on for like another year? Or how long do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, like I said, because I've been blessed enough to work from home and it doesn't really affect me. Like even if I go out somewhere, I'm out in the actual store 30 minutes, 40 minutes. They curbside pickup, I think that should stay. I don't ever want that to leave. That has been a godsend. Amen. Like I think when all this, keep curbside pickup.
I don't think I ever used curbside pickup.
Girl,
I tried to use it the other day at Home Depot, but I literally still had to go inside and stand on the curbside pickup line. So I was like, okay.
Wait, what do you mean
exactly
curbside pickup line?
Right, that's what I'm saying. There was no pull up, hop out, and they just give you your stuff. I had to go inside and still go on a line that was like, hey, this is the line for curbside pickup. And I'm like, okay.
That's because you live in the city. Because where I live, pull up, don't hop out. Wait,
don't hop out.
Thank you. Trunk.
Yeah, no.
Trunk.
There was no such thing. Maybe like in the beginning, like when it was crazy, but now it's like, oh, just come inside.
And that gives more people jobs because some people hire just for curbside now. Like they hire people just to do curbside. Yeah. I'm starting to see jobs, more jobs. A lot of seasonal jobs are coming back, and I'm like, so we're starting to get back there.
But yeah, we're starting to get back. So
I can't wait to see some history books. Like me being 30,
girl, this is the history. This is the history book.
Somebody was like, I saw somebody on Twitter. They were like, can we just stop living through events? Like millennials have been through
so much that we should write our own book. We should write our own book. Like, yo,
we should. Like, can you just
the millennials? Our lives were ghetto. Okay, we just went through so many things. Good stuff, though. Hold on.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about Harry and them, or do you want to go in?
Not Harry and them. Yeah, let's talk about Harry and them.
Lord, I don't think I have too much to say. I mean, they said what they said.
They said, so did you watch the entire interview? Because I didn't.
Clips of it. I watched. Were you silent or were you silenced?
Ooh, period.
You didn't see that Oprah did that?
I didn't see that part.
That was like the clip going around. Oprah was like, so were you silent or were you silenced?
I didn't see that. And what was her response?
I don't know. That was the only clip I saw. I mean, I heard a lot of people talk about it, so I know the gist of it. Said how she was like struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts, and they were like,
yeah,
that sounds like a you problem.
They're like, Megan,
there you go. So you gotta deal with that yourself.
Oh no.
Self-esteem.
Oh no. Oh my god.
How they were saying how like they took her phone, they made her delete some of her social media accounts. They were concerned about the color of baby Archie's skin, which honestly, look at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and why would you?
I mean, because continue.
I heard that Harry was talking about, basically, I got beef because y'all killed my mother.
Allegedly. Allegedly. You're wrong for that one because you already know what time it is. I don't want to say too much. But
he said, look, I ain't saying nothing.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
He basically was like the them and the paparazzi, like, y'all really watched my mother die. She crashed in the car, and instead of calling the ambulance, paparazzi just sat there and took pictures. I'm like, yo, that's wild.
That is crazy.
That is like,
right.
for
And
a human being, for you to, that's why I feel uncomfortable when like something happens and people run for their phone. Like, oh, like,
I know it's like, okay, it's a catch-22 because sometimes it's good because if you know, like you got that live action, so it's good to, you know, for footage.
and
but
evidence.
sometimes it's like, come on now, like respect people's privacy.
So yeah, he did say that about how he doesn't want that to happen to Meghan.
Right. So I feel like, do you feel like Harry, like, do you feel like this is like his grand escape to get away from his family?
I think he's like between a rock and a hard spot because the reason why they went, first off, Tyler Perry.
I'd be like, they had to Google who he was because they was like, what?
He put them up in his crib.
That's dope.
Said, I'll get y'all security because they're essentially homeless.
Right, and then they said they won't have no security. So they letting them know, like, listen, if anything happens to you and your wife, we're not responsible because you guys left. So if something happens,
I think that's why they're in Canada because Canada's still like a British colony, or like they're still connected to Britain somehow. So they didn't come to America for solace.
But didn't they go to California for a while?
Yeah, for a minute, but now they're back. Tyler Perry has a home in Canada too. So they're in Canada for that reason. So it's like we didn't fully break away. We're still somewhat under the jurisdiction. Wow. So I think they're between a rock. But I'm like, she had money before. She's like a movie star, right? Meghan Markle was in films or TV shows, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I know she was an actress. I don't know if she was like a household name or she was really getting those checks, but I'm pretty sure, you know, she was doing her thing.
American actress. She's the Sussex.
Okay.
Where's her IMDb? Okay, so this is Meghan Markle's IMDb. And let's see.
Let's do before Harry. Do you know they had 17 million viewers?
Girl, and let me tell how much of a pause that Oprah is. This woman sold the rights to that show to CBS. Didn't even put it on OWN. Put it on CBS. That's why, and then it was on Facebook Watch too. How much money she probably made? Okay, here we go. Boom. So she was in Suits, which is a TV series.
Can you zoom this or no?
Antisocial, another webisode. I thought she was on like what is that show about the doctors?
Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
She was?
I thought so, but I guess not. She was in I don't know that. I know Horrible Bosses. The Boys and Girls, I don't know that. CSI Miami, one show. Okay, so CSI New York, one show.
But she was on her thing.
Yeah, so she's not as anchored as I thought she was. I thought she was like some megastar that I just didn't know. But
yeah, I don't think
she's been out here, you know.
Right, she's been working. Yeah, her name up.
Since 1995. Okay, girl.
Yeah, since she was a little kid. Wow, she was in Married with Children. That's crazy. And General Hospital. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Those are like some old shows.
I love her so much.
You're annoying. No, because I'm like, damn, 95. That means she was like 9 or something, 10. How old is she? She's young.
Yeah, she's around, maybe a little bit older than us, and she's pregnant with her daughter right now. So they're
right. I think she's like 38 or 39.
So you got baby Archie, and now you're gonna have baby other little girl. So that's
baby other little girl. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her in the sense where, and I feel like I saw something where people are like, oh, poor Meghan, cry me a river. You have to stand up, like just being real harsh. Like, oh, you get to stay, you know, there and all this, you know, you got all this money, you got all this fame. Like, what are you complaining about? But it's just like, listen, mental health is real. Like, you can't just, you can't just like dismiss how she's feeling. Like, this is all new for her. And then it's just like the paparazzi and the media out there is just tainting her name and just trying to destroy her. Like, you know, make her look like this evil person. It's just like, oh, she made such and such cry.
Racist comments. And imagine
that's hard.
Because of the the half of your, because for all intent and purposes, she's like white passing, because there's a lot of other mixed people
really
like
is.
Tamara, Faith Evans. I didn't even know was mixed. I thought she was just light skinned. Faith Evans. Who else? Halle Berry. Mixed people who they're closer to, like, they look black when you look at them. They don't look,
Yeah, she's passing.
She's very, very white.
Because I look at her and I'm like,
like, don't worry about
if she was another color, if she was a little darker, it would have been like crazy. You know what I mean?
And
like,
look like, okay, I can tell, like, she has features ish of somebody of color, but she's not like the other people that I named. You look at her, you
have to really look at her like, okay,
exactly, like, what?
Okay, you look at her mother like, oh, all right, got it.
And even so, her mother's in the lighter side, but her mother has like black features. So for them to just, and for somebody, the family, your child's family, to look to be that concerned about how he will look, to whether they will disown him or not, a baby, like what? So that she has to take on all that. Your husband is like, he's at beef with his family, and it's like just a lot going on. Right. So I can imagine. I can.
Yeah, that's tough. Somebody said, was this a part of the interview, or did you see part of it when they said like you didn't like do research on the family, or is that something? No, they didn't. Like Oprah never asked her like, did you research the family, or did you know what you were getting into? Like, I
think she did. I don't know. She might have, but even if she did research, I don't think racist MFs, are going to be in the books. I mean, one can assume because,
yeah.
but I'm like I said, you can only there's some stuff you just have to live. Like, this is my husband. They like Harry. They're probably gonna respect me.
I'd be like barely, because Harry is a rebel, so they barely like Harry. Like what? They tolerate him.
And he explained why he's a rebel. Look what you did to my mother.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You want to keep throwing that allegedly.
Look, everybody, I know I can't get sued by the
allegedly.
Exactly, allegedly. I can't get. Look, he said what he said, but
it's so funny. Like when I listen to certain like chats, this is like off topic, different chats in Clubhouse. They just be like allegedly. Everything where they be like allegedly.
Can't sue me.
It's like, oh my god.
I do not have. I'll be like,
we get it. Allegedly. All this stuff we said was allegedly, guys. And allegedly, they trying to say she was never pregnant.
Harry said what he said, but when me saying that what he said is true, that's
allegedly.
So what them saying it, that's facts. You can look it up. But what they are talking about, that's alleged from their point of view. So let them tell it. Because I ain't got
that. She said, I don't want no beef. They will destroy us in like 2.5 seconds. Like, who?
Yeah. We would. First off, I'm not even big on the radar. Charlamagne and them possibly. Me. Who is this gal? Get out.
So extra. Yes. So a shout out to Meghan Markle and
hold your head up, Big Meg.
Prince Harry. We feel your pain. Sort of, kind of, not really, but we feel your pain. Y'all are gonna be fine.
Baby Archie is so free. First of all, his name is Archie. It's not like Archibald. It's Archie.
Yeah, that's cute.
So cute. So cute. And I think your daughter's probably gonna be just as cute. So shouts to y'all, the Sussexes. The Sussex. Because he's a Sussex, or is he a Duke? I don't know how that works. So let me know.
I know she's the Duchess, so I would think he's
no, it just says she's a Sussex.
She's the Duchess of Sussex.
Oh. Because she can't be a princess because Harry's older brother, his wife is a princess, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think people. Yeah, the further down you lose them. I don't know. They're the monarch, the firm, as they've been calling them. So shout out to the firm. Moving on.
Moving along.
So, dang, we've been talking about. That's the first time I've ever done all the red topics. Like, you're the first one because most people just want to be like one or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd be like, my bad.
No, I mean, it was good topics.
How you supposed to talk? Okay, so we're just gonna keep on because we were talking about Meghan. We're gonna talk about homeboy, Mr. Morgan, walking off and quitting.
Bro.
Just giving people like a little backstory about that really quickly.
Okay, so actually, I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna show it.
You're gonna bring up the video.
The video, yeah.
Oh, this is so dope. How you like? Why you didn't have this in 2018?
Yeah.
Not to you, but to so many people on why what is being said is so wrong. Right. I've walked into institutions as the only person of color and experienced covert and overt racism on so many occasions. And why the Meghan interview really resonates with me is because an ex-work colleague, not of this show, asked me if I was worried about the shade of cocoa that my son was going to come out. Right. So I fully understand the hurt that is behind all of that. Right. Let me ask. And when you're mixed race, what you find, in my personal experience, and there may be other people that may come forward and say this, is that when you are a lighter shade of black, people gain confidence and feel that they can say things to you that they wouldn't to a black person. That's such an interesting point. And that is my experience of all of this. Right. And by the way, I completely respect that. Right, and that's why I wanted to get you on the program today. It was my suggestion to have you on to talk about it. But, right? And thank you so much for having me on the program. I really appreciate it. But I just want you also to be aware of the power of your words. And I'm not saying that you're a racist, but what are you saying? Do you know what I honestly feel? I feel as though because of your previous relationship with Meghan Markle, you sometimes... I didn't have a relationship with Meghan Markle. But you met up with her, you knew her. I knew her briefly. Right, so we joked about it on the show. All that did was I'm allowed to speak. Okay, talk. All that did was inform me that she's a bit of a cut and run. Right. Throughout her life, and all her family, her father... Yes. Her ex-husband, her ex-friend, they've all been cut out of her life, right? And it's an interesting observation that I happen to be one of those people. An interesting observation. I do feel. Right, can I finish the situation? You are struggling. Guys, if we can have this conversation, you've got to let me talk. No, that's crazy. Right.
No, so, do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash him, maybe not mine.
No. I think
Mr. Piers Morgan, he is an English broadcaster, a journalist, and a television personality. What do you think of that clip?
He's an idiot.
Allegedly.
No, I'm sorry. In no capacity. I want to know, in what capacity do you think it's okay to ever ask someone or question someone about the color of their child's skin?
Yeah.
Whether it's two black folk, two white folk, two Asian people, Asian person and the Indian person and a white person. What does that matter? The baby's going to come out how they come out regardless. As long as the baby is healthy, that's really all you should care about.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I think that's like crossing the boundaries. Like you overstepping your boundaries. Like that's whatever happens, like you said, however the baby comes out is however the baby comes out. But asking as if I'm supposed to know, as if there's supposed to be like some type of meter, like, oh, it's gonna be like nobody knows. But I was listening to something, I'd be like on ClubHouse. And the lady, she was a British woman as well. She was a Black woman and her husband is Asian. And she said that was a question that a lot of people did ask. Like, what color is the baby going to be? Like, she said, you know, like if she could have taken it negatively because it's just like, why are you guys asking this question? But she said it happens so like frequently that she just brushed it off.
That's disgusting that it happened frequently. Like, let's first off, is there a microscope that I can say, oh, let me just look into my digestive tract. Oh, not digestive, my fallopian tubes. Let me just go in the tract.
The question. The question is definitely.
Now, what you gonna say? Like,
right?
Come on, like.
Yeah, honestly, it's a very invasive question.
Black person or Asian, there's only but so many color combinations they can be. Let's get that straight. So what does it matter? Like, I don't understand. I've never in the history of ever I looked at. I wonder what color. And I know a lot of multicultural. I know an Indian and Asian couple. Well, technically Indian is Asian, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I think she was Korean and he was Indian. So I've seen that combination. I've seen, of course, black and white. I've seen Mexican and white, Mexican. I've seen not Japanese, Jamaican and Chinese babies. First off, Chinese baby
Don't even
accent, cutest thing.
Oh yeah, it is really cute.
Wait, what do you think I was gonna say?
I don't know what you was gonna say. Nothing. Continue.
See, look at you. I'm on the road here. No, but now I lost my train of thought.
You said Chinese baby speaking.
Before that. Oh yeah. My point being, what doesn't matter? What color they were like for what? For if somebody would have asked me if I marry and have a baby, my husband is of another race or something like that, and somebody asked me, "Oh, what color is it going to be?" I'm like, "Well, cash me $1,000, and let's see, and place a guess. And if you win, I keep the money, and if you lose, I keep the money."
You're How about so dramatic. That?
No, I'm serious because I'll be like, what does it matter? Oh, what color do you think it'll be?
Right. It shouldn't matter. And it's just like when a woman is pregnant, they have to go through so many things in general. Like their body is changing, their hormones, like everything is like different. So to get a question on top of all that they're already going through, like a question like that is just like it's uncalled for and it's unnecessary. So, but the way he stormed off of this show,
people when they can't get. I've noticed that a lot with grown-ups, they do that because they know that it's like, you know what you're saying is wrong, but you're trying to justify it.
Right.
So it doesn't look wrong. Mm-hmm. But you see how homeboy, he knew he was right. So he didn't have to get flustered. He didn't have to get mad. He didn't have to get upset. He knew he was right. So he knew everything he was saying from this topic of personal experience, like he said, he's biracial, was coming from a place of truth and a place of knowledge. Mm-hmm. You, Pierce, on the other hand, you were just coming from, okay, well, this is what I think, this is what I feel. You should respect me, from a place of what? Ding, 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 privilege. And when people can't get their point across because that privilege is getting shot down left and right, because no, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
What happens?
You get up and walk off. You quit your job on air is what you do. And it's so crazy because I honestly believe that was premeditated.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. Because he was getting a lot of backlash. This man, because he'd been talking about her, saying all these negative things about her. So he was already getting a lot of backlash, and people, more viewers were tuning in. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he probably was like, you know what? If things get too crazy, I'm out. Because the way he did it, it's just like, who does that?
Nope, I'm out. First off, I love the English accent.
I'm like, who does that? He said, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm out.
Hello, governor. No. Would you like a spot of tea?
Yeah, he was getting a lot of backlash with all the stuff that he was saying about Megan. So people, I don't think he couldn't handle it, especially like, when the guy was talking to him and is live and all this stuff. He probably was like, yeah, this is too much. I'm out. So
Sasha, you lived in London. We're international here.
I was there for a couple months or whatever.
So how do you feel the climate and culture of London was when you were there?
In what sense?
Like, do you feel like you were looked at crazy because you had darker skin, or do you feel like you had like, racism towards you, or that you noticed because some, maybe you didn't notice it?
Right. Nothing that I've noticed. Mm-hmm. And I went to a school that was, pretty diverse, like a lot all around. And the friends that I had a nice diverse group of friends, but I didn't feel any type of racism or anything like that. I felt like I was here, to be honest. Like I felt like I was home.
So, yeah, when you said you left your purse and then you came back and your purse was still there, I was like,
where was that?
Remember you said you were in the library and you left your purse to go get something, and then you came back and your purse was still there?
Impeccable. Because I'm like, that was in Jersey. Because that definitely happened to me in Jersey.
Are you serious?
That happened to me in Jersey.
Wait, so what happened in Jersey or in London or both?
No, I know that happened in Jersey, but I can't recall that happening in London. That was
I specifically remember because I was like,
seriously? What? At the school library? That makes sense. Who's gonna take your purse when you in the school library? I'm pretty sure somebody at Del State would return my purse as well. No.
You won't stay.
So silly. But no, yeah, I didn't feel anything. And even like the neighborhood, like the area I was living in, it was like a really like,
Where were you? Were you in
well, my school was in Twickenham, and then I was living in Richmond. It's like a really rich neighborhood, like it's like $1 million house. Okay. But and then even like the lady, because I was doing like when you stay with somebody, what's that called?
It's not a hostel. It's a I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and she was like an older white lady, and she was really nice. Like I didn't feel any type of way.
Oh, you weren't in the dorm?
No, I was in somebody's house. I was in $1 million mansion.
I didn't really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Like, did you opt into that, or they said for your
No,
program?
that's how it was. We all had to stay in like, people's homes.
That's crazy. That's
like all the friends that I had, everybody stayed in somebody else's house. Like we've all never been to each other's homes because I've been to one friend's. I did go to one person's house, but it was just like because we lived with people, so we wasn't trying to, be in their house and stuff like that. So we would just.
You really was in a mansion though?
Yeah, it was a big house. It was cute. It was nice, and it was in a really nice neighborhood. Like really, really nice.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, the one good thing is that you could probably understand what they were saying, though. It's English. Yeah, but like, did you have to trolley?
I did. You said what?
Did you have an English breakfast? You had baked beans for breakfast?
Yes. I don't like it. I don't. I didn't like it. I was like,
did you have blood sausage?
Did I have what?
Blood sausage.
No, I don't think I have blood sausage.
I'm trying to think what else is
I didn't really like the traditional breakfast. I thought it was like, who eats beans for breakfast? I was like,
a lot of people that I know who've been to London was like, it's not nothing special. Like, because
it literally felt like I was
really non-existent because they have to go. Other people they scoured the earth and took from other people. Because like if you think about British food, you have tea
and beans.
I
really didn't know what was besides the beans.
Sausage.
Like they don't have like beans and like hot dogs for breakfast. It was kind of weird.
Instead of sausage?
And like what is it? Like tomatoes
and mushroom. I watched the English breakfast mukbang. That's how.
Oh, did you?
That was like sausage. Yeah, because it's like a lot of people like you go there and it's like really their culture is like American or like they base their culture a lot of American culture. It's like even coming to America, you have you get a Philly cheesesteak or you can get New York pizza and stuff, and it's fish and chips.
Fish and chips, yes, the fish and chips.
There you go. I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. And they say a lot of food is unflavored. I ain't gonna say who said that, but I know a few people were like,
their food is a no-go. Yeah, I didn't see there's no like.
There was a joke about it on Twitter. They were like, English people did all this work to
have no damn culture
and don't use them at all. I was like, that's hilarious.
So crazy.
they did all this work to pilfer and steal spices that they don't even use.
That's crazy.
But I bet you that Earl Grey was hitting.
The tea, I did drink tea a lot when I was out there.
Is that like coffee?
I used to have tea. I used to regular tea.
No. I'm like, is that like how we drink coffee in America?
Yeah, they drink tea out there a lot. Yeah. I used to have tea with the lady I used to live with. We used to drink coffee.
Did you
and biscuits.
Did she cook for you?
Like I had like, like meal plans. So I used to eat on campus and then I would make little things here and there in the crib.
That's so cool. I didn't know you lived with a family. I don't think
it was just one person. It was just an older lady. She lived by herself. She was like really, really old. Yeah. And her family would visit like once a week. So I only interacted with them when they came by. Yeah. It was cool though.
Interesting. Well, that's good that you had a good experience because you were out there for 3-4 months.
Like 5 months. Wow. Yeah, I had a wonderful time.
All right, so now going into the squeeze question of the week, and the squeeze question is, Ling, since the weather is breaking and a lot more places are opened up, well, how are you finna set off this spring, summer of 20 or 21? Since last year we pretty much had limited stuff we could do.
First of all, I'm gonna go see my boyfriend. He lives in.
Wait a minute.
Segment.
Are you being serious?
Joking.
Oh, I'm
Dang,
like,
why can't have a boyfriend? Why can't have a boyfriend?
because I didn't know.
No, I honestly don't even have any plans. Now that it's getting warm. Actually, what do I want to do? I want to start working out outside. I kind of enjoy that. I like working out outside. You know, you get the sun on you, just feel the breeze. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to, some outdoor workouts. And my trainer friend is about to, get me right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Trainer friend?
Yeah, my trainer friend. There's no quotes. You don't need no quotes. It's legit.
Trainer
My friend that's
is he
a
a
trainer.
male?
I'm sorry?
Is your friend a male?
Yeah, he's a male.
And
You're
he's
annoying.
a friend.
Yes, you're annoying.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same board here.
No, it's really my friend. Really my friend.
Okay. Shouts to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So
what about you?
I want to go see this Van Gogh exhibit, but that's like closer to my birthday.
It's a Van Gogh. Okay,
it's
where's
like
that?
virtual in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of his pictures for the Van Goghs run up on me. His paintings and his sculptures and his art. It's like in 3D-ish type.
Oh, that is so dope.
Yes, it looks cool. I want to go to the beach a lot more this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Amazon cart called When the Beach is Up, Beach Time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna purchase. Hold on. I'll show you afterwards after the show. But yeah, I want to go to the beach a lot more. I want to travel a little bit. Like I want to get my feet wet. I'm going to Atlanta in June.
Okay.
So that's gonna be. I can do. Like, I hate flying, but I do it because you have to fly to get places.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Atlanta, it doesn't stress me out because I've done it a few times. It's a 2-hour flight. You go up coast, you come back down. I can do Atlanta.
Right.
So I just want to see how the whole flying during this whole foolishness is. How it is. So when I do go on like a more massive flight, I know I'm better prepared.
It's the same. I flew.
Where'd you go?
I went to Atlanta.
Oh, there you go.
It's the same. There's no social distance on the plane as of right now. And that was in January when I traveled.
I heard for Delta, if you're in first class or like Delta Comfort and up, they don't put anybody next to you unless y'all book together. But I didn't know economy.
Come on, you gotta get first class to get social distance.
But I thought it was like every other seat.
They stopped that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess it depends on who you fly with, right? I don't remember who I flew with. It might have been. It definitely wasn't Southwest. I think it was either. Oh, it was JetBlue.
Yeah, you're coming out of New York. JetBlue is heavy in New York.
Yeah, it was JetBlue, and I thought it was gonna be, one person, 2 people, at least 2 people on the road. No, it was everybody.
And you have to and that's recycled air. Once again, honestly, what's the point of wearing a mask when you literally recycle the air? So even if somebody takes it off for a split second to drink some juice, their air is now being recycled. Like planes, there's certain places like honestly, you're not going to avoid. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why that's perfect because I didn't think I could transition in. I'm thinking about buying this when I go to travel, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you don't need it; it's a little excessive." I'm like, "Oh, kiss my butt." Hold on,
it's a little excessive. No, kiss my butt. You're so extra. Gotta love it.
I know. So
extra. What is it?
I'm about to show you. Hold on. Throw baby. That song's been stuck in my head. Say little bit, say little hoe.
You like that song?
I don't, but it's just been played so much.
Yeah.
All right, close your eyes, Sasha. I open them.
You sure?
Yes.
What the fuck is this?
It's a chill pot.
Girl, this looks like a basket where you put your dirty clothes in. This looks like a hamper.
It's like a personal
Okay, I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
You said hamper.
I said hamper.
Like, so apparently they were making these way, like if you go about, they were making these way before, the whole COVID thing, but now they just found like a new niche. So you could do it like, so they're for like events, as you can see. If
That
you're
is,
one,
I will be so claustrophobic in that tent.
like you can watch a game, you can sit down. They have one for walking. But
You're gonna wear that on a plane?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
You're gonna be on Warstar. Yeah.
Like I got this from my dad.
You got him one?
I got him. Yeah, I bought him this one yesterday.
But what? Where he going?
When he does photography.
Wow. This
like
is getting crazy. See, this is the thing. It's just getting too crazy, right? Because like I said, when people travel, people are literally sitting right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
When I took the bus a few times, and there was no social distance. I think maybe twice. I took the bus and took the train once during this whole pandemic. There was no such thing as a social distance on the bus or on the train.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like
I want to take the train.
I'm sorry?
I want to take like the Amtrak to like New York. I'll come see y'all.
Yeah, there's no social distance. And like, it's just,
when
is it going to stop? I just feel like, when is it going to stop? Because it's just like, you literally just pick and choose. Like, nah, I'm not going to hang with you because it's COVID. But then you're around everybody you want to be around.
Been the number. I haven't gotten out, I just, I don't want to say.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like, you'll go to a whole turn up with your homies.
I know if I've been to house functions, but I've not been to any like massive event. Like I'm going to homecoming in April.
You went to one of the Dirty Girls' birthday party was an event, honey.
But we were outside. People
that's the shit that I be talking about. We were outside.
I wasn't up on any. First off, you
was because you was like, what is that?
But there were no hood niggas, so.
But we were literally right next to everyone.
I don't feel like we were. Like, it could have been.
Oh my gosh, Christine. Nah, Miss Finesse. Come on, Miss Finesse. Work with me. It's sitting in a tent is too much. Wear your mask and go.
I had a mask out there too. I had it.
But you didn't wear it.
When we took pictures, yes, we did. If you look at those pictures, I had a mask on because everybody was so close. But I get what you're saying. However,
you just want to wear a pop-up tent on your head.
I feel like I would even wear that. Like if it's raining outside and you don't have an umbrella, would you wear
that? No.
Look, somebody called it fools. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of geniuses were called fools before they popped off.
I'm not calling. You think I'm calling this foolish?
I'm just saying. First off, for it to be like at events, I think is genius. It was originally.
No, I mean it's cute. The tent for the family is cute. The single tent is doing too much. It's saying too much for me. It's a lot. And then I saw the other thing that you put in the chat, the space, the moon helmet
is excessive.
No, but the thing is that is very excessive. But at least that's like fashionable. At least that looks sturdy. Like it could really, it's like filtering the air.
That
a whole bunch of stuff. That tent.
I gotta bring it back. Wait, I'm about to show the screen again.
How you be like the hamper is a waste of time.
I think it was so cute.
Look at it. Miss Finesse. Come on.
And then it's like
that is legit a hamper upside down. Under the weather. They play entirely too much. And so do you. $80. Oh my God. No way.
You wear it like with a backpack.
Oh my God, this is crazy. If we all gotta start wearing this, I'm moving to. I'm going to Texas. Okay,
that would be
Texas will be like, we will never come to death row. Texas is going to be
At least I'm not wearing the walk-in one.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Now I can see like somebody standing out for like if they do like kids crossing the street. I can see somebody wearing this.
I can see somebody catching a panic attack in this.
Well, you can zip down the front and get some fresh air. See, this is the front.
So you want to zip it down and get some fresh air? Why can't you just use the fresh air?
You said if somebody's catching a panic attack. Some people don't mind. So look, perfect example. She could take his what's the name? He won't get hit. I just say for people who work in the elements, I think this is a smart idea. Now I do agree it can be a little more
I like the family one. But that's still a lot. Ugh. Person pop-up tent. 200 beans.
That looks cool. Like
that looks cool.
If you had to go, like, see, perfect example. Like, say if you had to go, if they were having like a concert outside,
right?
I would take something like this nowadays, even beforehand, but especially nowadays.
Yeah, for the weather, that's kind of dope though.
So as you know, Sasha, this is the section of the program of the potty where we always do the keep it 100 moment. So I usually go first because guests don't know how it go. But since you,
nah, you can go first because I always be like, wait.
Okay, my keep it 100. As I actually spoke about a little bit in the beginning, it's gonna get colder, people. This was a little wisp. Yes, spring is coming. Yes, summer is coming. The transition is happening. It hasn't happened yet. It's literally going to be in the 50s and 40s next week. I'm going to need you to still wear the proper attire for the season. There's no reason why shorts, tank tops, and no clothing at all. Thank you for coming to my Keep It 100 talk.
You are so extra. Let the people live.
So what is your Keep It 100 for the people?
So my Keep It 100 for the people is that we have been in this pandemic for a year now. So I just want to remind people to stay safe and do their part so that we can stay COVID free. That's it.
You heard?
Period, poo.
Man had to love down. Okay.
Period.
Yo, that is so funny. So funny.
Normally after the Keep It 100 or before the Keep It 100, I have a section called the Juice Box that I've never been able to do because nobody ever sends me anything. The Juice Box, if you want to send me like a question anonymously, you want me and my guest to help you with some type of dilemma, predicament, a decision you have to make, email me at notfromconcentratepodcast@gmail.com, titled Juice Box, and then I'll read said email and give. If you need anonymity, and and if you need anonymous, let me know. But Sashalee, this is the bittersweet part where we have to get in those.
You have to throw a song in there, like as we go on, we remember.
But you know what? Now, F all that. We about to pop champagne.
Okay, pop them bottles. Hey, okay, was that orange juice? What was that?
That was champagne. That was Verity. Yay! Verity, send me the sponsorship.
Yo, please do, because sis was getting lit off the Verity. Don't know how. Send her a sponsorship.
Period. Ling.
Jeez.
Please let the people know where they can find you, what you do. And
you didn't even like capitalize my N, but it's cool. You guys could follow me. What?
It was just a T. You said capitalize.
No, it was the T, the L, and the N. But it's cool. It's not even that deep. Oh, I'm rocking orange for the Not for Concentrate. Is this orange? I just peeped that.
Oh, that was not the sound I wanted.
I just peeped that. But you guys can follow me on Instagram at truelynatural.com. Truly Natural. So it's TRULEE_natural. Yeah, there's no pressure to follow me. My page is kind of dry, so you guys don't even have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, so follow Sashalee. She's really inspirational. You know, she gives you the quotes, the pics.
When I do post once in a blue.
The occasional cussing out of smaller cars. She's a hoot. Follow her. I'll save that. I'm gonna use that. I don't know when, but that will get used.
Hey, that was just one part of the video. I didn't even upload the rest. I was going off. But oh, go ahead.
Yes, and of course, as y'all know, and y'all should already be doing, if not, what is going on out here, you should subscribe to the YouTube channel because I do post on YouTube as every platform: Google, Apple, iHeart, Spotify, freaking any place you can listen to podcasts.
Everywhere.
You can find me. You can find me in St. Louis. Sorry, I always do that. You can also email, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the content. You know, we're going up. Every time I get a podcast, y'all get it on there. Don't forget to give me in the algorithm, rate, comment if you don't even like. If you don't like it, dislike. You know what I'm saying? Just get the conversations popping, get the algorithm moving for my content. Facebook, IG, Not From Concentrate podcast. Y'all know I don't be on Facebook, so really just hit me up on IG. Tangerine Tuesday is back in effect. If y'all don't know, just dropped some Tangerine Tuesdays this past Tuesday. So it's a little different now. I don't just post any and everyone. There is a form that I do now, a format, if you will. But if you want to be featured, please, Tangerine Tuesday. I check them all the time and to see if you want to be in there. But as I say every week, Sasha.
Can I say something before you close us out?
What's
your amazing closing? I just want to say thank you, KG. This was awesome. I had a wonderful time and I really missed you so much. Like, this was fun. And I just want to just give another shout out to you. Like, am I saying Christina? I'm saying KG, Christina. Y'all know what I'm saying. Miss Finesse. Shout out to Miss Finesse. Like, this girl is amazing. She has been giving y'all content for over a decade strong. Do you hear me? She is so consistent. She is so, oh my gosh, she is so determined. Look at your face. No, she is so consistent, and I don't know anybody else that goes so hard for their content besides Miss Finesse. I love you. I appreciate all that you do, and I continue to do it because you setting the tone, you setting the trend. You not new to this, KG. You true to this. So continue to flourish and be great because you only going up. Okay, you only going up. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. That my skin. I won the girl out of my skin. But as I
First of all,
but as I say every week, whether I give you an ounce, a gallon, or a liter, everything I say is 100% real.
Remember when we was ODing like real?
So yeah, y'all. God bless. Devil's a lie. Y'all be blessed. And yeah, have a good week. Cheese.
Ciao, guys.